Have you ever woken up in retirement and thought, what do I do with my day now? At first, it feels exciting. No alarm clocks, no rushing to work, no deadlines. You finally have time for yourself. But slowly, that excitement can turn into something else. The days start to feel long, maybe even a little empty. Many seniors feel this way, but don't talk about it. They wonder, did I work all my life only to end up feeling bored? The truth is, you are not alone, and this feeling is very normal. But here's the good news. Retirement is not the end of your journey. It can actually be the start of something new, something fun, and something deeply meaningful. In fact, this stage of life can become the most adventurous and exciting chapter you've ever lived, if you know how to unlock it. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you some simple but powerful hacks to turn your retirement blues into joy, purpose, and adventure. Hello, my friend, and welcome back to the Motivational Hub. If you're someone over 50 who sometimes feels stuck, bored, or unsure about what to do in retirement, this video is just for you. I want you to know you're not alone and you don't have to stay in that place of boredom or sadness. Today, I'm going to give you 7 life-changing hacks that can bring back energy, excitement, and hope into your everyday life. These are not complicated or expensive ideas. They are simple, practical, and easy to start. By the end of this video, I promise you will feel motivated to make a small change that could brighten up your days in a big way. And before we begin, let me gently ask you, please hit the like button if you enjoy this kind of uplifting content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. I truly love hearing your stories and ideas. Hack number 1. Try something you always delayed. One of the greatest gifts of retirement is time. For so many years, life was busy. You had work, family responsibilities, and very little space for yourself. And maybe along the way, there were things you always wanted to try, but never could. Think about it for a moment. Was there a hobby, a dream, or even a small goal that you put off because life got in the way? Maybe it was learning to paint, playing a musical instrument, gardening, writing a book, or even taking a cooking class. Let me tell you about Mary. Mary retired at the age of 62. All her life, she loved colors and sketching, but she never had time to sit down and actually learn painting. When she finally picked up a brush in retirement, she was nervous at first, but soon, she discovered a joy she had been missing for decades. Within a few months, Mary not only filled her home with beautiful paintings, but also began selling them online. What started as a small hobby gave her a whole new purpose. Science even supports this idea. Studies show that when seniors learn new skills, it keeps the brain sharp, boosts memory, and even lowers the risk of diseases like dementia. It's like giving your mind and heart fresh air to breathe. So here's the lesson. It's never too late to start something new. Retirement is not about stopping life. It's about finally giving yourself permission to do what you always wanted. Let me ask you, what's one thing you always said, I'll do it later? Write it down. And if you feel comfortable, share it with us in the comments. You never know, you might inspire another senior to take that first step too. Hack number 2, build a small adventure routine. When we think of adventure, we often imagine big things like climbing mountains, traveling to faraway countries, or trying something extreme. But the truth is, adventure can be small, simple, and still bring excitement to your life. Let's take James as an example. James is 70 years old, and after retiring, he felt his days were too quiet. He didn't want to sit in front of the TV all the time, but he also didn't have the energy or budget for big trips. So he created something he calls Monday Adventures. Every Monday, he makes it a rule to do one new thing. Sometimes it's trying a new cafe, sometimes it's walking in a park he's never visited, and sometimes it's attending a local community event. At first, these little adventures seemed small, but slowly they added excitement to his week. Now, every Monday feels like a fresh start, and James looks forward to it. The science behind this is simple. New experiences release dopamine in the brain. That's the chemical that makes us feel happy and excited. It doesn't matter if the adventure is big or small. What matters is that you're breaking the routine and adding freshness to your life. So here's your challenge. Pick one day of the week and make it your adventure day. It doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Even a short walk in a new neighborhood can feel refreshing. And I'd love to know, if you had your own adventure day, what would you try first? Leave a comment below with your answer. Hack number 3. Share stories, build legacy. One of the most powerful things seniors have is experience. You have lived through so many moments, both good and difficult, and each one carries a lesson. But here's the problem. Many of those stories stay locked inside, and the younger generation never gets to hear them. Take Linda, for example. Linda is 67, and her grandchildren live far away. She missed spending time with them, so she began recording short videos where she told stories about her childhood, the lessons she learned from her parents, and funny memories from her school days. She shared these videos with her family, and her grandchildren loved them so much that they started calling it Grandma's Netflix. This simple act gave Linda a sense of purpose. She wasn't just passing time, she was passing on wisdom. And science tells us that sharing stories strengthens memory, reduces loneliness, and helps build stronger family bonds. Think about it. Your life experiences are priceless. They can teach, inspire, and comfort others, especially your children and grandchildren. So instead of keeping your stories inside, find a way to share them. You could write them down in a notebook, record voice messages, make short videos, or even share them over dinner. And here's the lesson. Telling your stories is not just for others. It's for you too. It helps you see how valuable your life has been and reminds you that your journey has meaning. So let me ask you, if you were to share just one story from your life, what would it be? Write it down or share in the comments. Who knows, you might inspire someone today. Hack number 4, volunteer with purpose. One of the quickest ways to fight boredom and sadness in retirement is to give your time to others. Helping people creates a special kind of joy. It's the kind of happiness that money cannot buy. Let me share George's story. George retired at 68 and suddenly felt he had too much free time. At first, he spent his days watching television and doing little things around the house, but he still felt empty. One day, he walked into his local library and noticed a group of kids learning how to play chess. George had been a chess lover all his life. He offered to help. Soon, he was teaching children twice a week. George says, "Every time I see those kids smile after winning a game, I feel like I'm 20 years old again." His life went from lonely to full of meaning just by sharing something he loved. And this isn't just a story, it's backed by science too. Research shows that seniors who volunteer regularly live longer, feel happier, and even stay healthier than those who don't. Giving back brings a sense of purpose and connection that keeps your spirit alive. So here's the lesson. Your time, your skills, and your heart are valuable. Whether it's teaching kids, helping at a food bank, or supporting a local community group, your contribution can change lives, including your own. Think about it. What skill or talent do you have that could bring joy to others? Write it down, and maybe this week, take the first step to share it. Hack number 5, move your body daily. Staying active is not just about exercise. It's about keeping your body and mind alive. Movement creates energy, and energy brings joy. Without it, the days can feel heavy, and even small tasks can become tiring. Take Clara's example. Clara was 65 when she joined a local seniors dance group. At first, she was shy. She thought maybe she was too old, or that she wouldn't be able to keep up. But within weeks, she started feeling lighter, happier, and more confident. She even lost 15 pounds without really trying. And more importantly, she gained a circle of new friends who supported her. Science agrees. Moving your body for just 20 to 30 minutes a day, whether it's walking, dancing, stretching, or even gardening, can improve mood, strengthen memory, and reduce the risk of illness. It's not about running marathons. It's about keeping your body in motion. So here's the lesson. Movement is life. Find something you enjoy, walking with a friend, light yoga, swimming, or even just dancing in your living room to your favorite song. It doesn't matter what it looks like, as long as it makes you feel good. And here's a little challenge for you. Tomorrow, take 10 minutes to move your body in a way that makes you smile. Then come back here and tell us in the comments what you did. Your story might inspire someone else to get moving too. Hack number 6, learn technology without fear. Many seniors feel that technology is too complicated or that it's for young people. But the truth is, technology is simply a tool, and it can open doors to connection, learning, and even joy. Take Sam's story. Sam is 73, and after retirement, he felt lonely because his children and grandchildren lived in another country. He missed family gatherings and important moments. At first, he was afraid of using apps like Zoom. But one day, his granddaughter patiently showed him how to use it. Within weeks, Sam was hosting weekly video calls with his whole family. He even learned how to send photos and voice messages on WhatsApp. Suddenly, he was part of their daily lives again. Technology isn't about replacing real-life connections. It's about building bridges when distance gets in the way. In fact, studies show that seniors who use digital tools to stay in touch feel less lonely, less depressed, and more engaged with the world. So here's the lesson. Don't let fear stop you. You don't need to master every app or gadget. Just start small. Learn how to video call, send an email, or join an online class. And remember, asking for help doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're willing to grow. I'd love to know, what's one piece of technology you'd like to learn this year? Share it in the comments. You might find someone here who's learning the same thing. Hack number 7, travel smart, even close to home. When we hear the word travel, we often think of expensive plane tickets or faraway vacations. But travel doesn't always mean going across the world. Sometimes, the best adventures are right around the corner. Pat and Ron, both retired teachers, wanted to travel after retirement, but didn't have a big budget. Instead of feeling sad about it, they created something called Saturday Drives. Every Saturday, they would pick a new place within 50 miles of their home. It could be a small town, a local garden, a museum, or even a farmer's market. Each trip gave them fresh experiences and wonderful memories. They discovered so many hidden gems in their own area that they never knew existed. Science tells us that exploring new places, even nearby, refreshes the brain, reduces stress, and makes life feel richer. It's not the distance that matters. It's the sense of discovery. So here's the lesson. You don't need a passport to have an adventure. Start with what's near you. Visit a park you've never been to, try a new restaurant, or take a short train ride to a nearby city. You'll be surprised at how much joy and energy it brings. Let me ask you, if you had to plan a mini trip this weekend, where would you go? Write it in the comments. I'd love to read your ideas. My friend, let's pause for a moment and look at the bigger picture. Retirement is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a brand new chapter. The routines you followed for decades are now behind you, but that doesn't mean life is slowing down. In fact, it can be the exact opposite. Think about this. We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. That simple saying holds a deep truth. Age is just a number. What really matters is your spirit, your curiosity, and your willingness to live fully. Let me share one last story. There's a woman named Teresa who retired at 66. At first, she spent her days sitting at home, feeling tired and restless. But then she decided to join a local hiking group. At first, she could barely walk up small hills. But slowly, step by step, she got stronger. Now at 72, she hikes every weekend with friends, and she says, "I feel younger now than I did in my 50s. That is the power of saying yes to life. Whether it's learning something new, moving your body, sharing your stories, volunteering, or taking small adventures, every choice adds energy and meaning. So the most powerful lesson is this: you are not done. You are not finished. Your life still has chapters waiting to be written. The blues only stay if you let them. But if you choose action, joy, and connection, you'll turn retirement into the most exciting season of your life. So here's my reminder to you, my friend. Life after 50, 60, or even 70 is not about slowing down. It's about shining brighter. You've worked hard, you've given so much, and now it's your time to enjoy, to create, and to live with purpose. Don't let boredom steal your golden years. Even the smallest change, like trying a new hobby, taking a short walk, or calling a loved one, can bring back joy. Remember, it's never too late to begin again. Every sunrise is an invitation to start fresh. I want you to promise yourself this. This week, you will try at least one of the hacks we talked about today. Just one. because one small step can open the door to a whole new adventure. And before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments, what's the first thing you're going to try? Sharing your answer might inspire someone else watching this video. If you enjoyed this message, please give it a like. It really helps more people see it. Subscribe so you don't miss our next uplifting video, and share this with a friend or family member who might need a little encouragement today. Until next time, keep smiling, keep moving forward, and remember, you're never too old to live your best life.